Hello, everyone, and welcome to a tremendously overdue episode of Clay Loves Logic. I do apologize for the delay. My life has been tremendously busy lately. I'm hoping to be back to a semi-regular cadence here. I can't promise I'm going to go forward with, videos every day, but I am really going to try because I really do enjoy solving these puzzles, and it's been a piece of my life that I have been missing lately. So with that in mind, let us turn our attention to the puzzle Killer 2 by ItzVara. As always, I'll put the link to this puzzle in the description of today's video, so you can try it out if you'd like. But with that said, let us turn our attention to the rules. Normal Sudoku rules apply. That means you have to put the digits 1 to 9 in every 3x3 box, in every row, and indeed in every column. Digits in a white circle must appear in the surrounding 4 cells, i.e., somewhere in these 4 cells, there's a 3. Somewhere in these 4 cells, there's a 9. And that's interesting for a number of reasons, but we will get into it. We also have killer cages. Digits in cages cannot repeat and must sum to the total given, i.e. these two sum to 10, these two sum to 12, these two sum to 12, etc. Those are the rules as we get them. So we can turn our attention to solving the puzzle. And I want to immediately look at this cage first. So this cage has a 2 somewhere here, and it has a 3 somewhere here. We also have to make 5. And what that means is these two digits have to be 1 and 4, don't they? Because if we have to put a 3 somewhere in here, but the 2 has to be somewhere here, how could we make this a 3-2 pair? We can't. So there's a 3 somewhere there, and there's a 2 somewhere in these 4. Yeah, okay. Well, and that's now interesting because we have a 1-4 pair here for sure. So this is not 1-9. So the 9 is somewhere over here. It's also not a 1-9 because the 1 has to be over here. And it can't be in here because that would be a 1-9. This is moving quickly. So there's a 1 somewhere here, a 1 somewhere here. That's going to put a 1 somewhere down here. This cage now has to sum to 10, and it can't be 4, 6. It still has lots of options. Let's not consider that yet. There is a 2 somewhere over here, and there's a 2 somewhere over here. So in these first 2 rows of the Sudoku, columns rather, all the 2s are spoken for, which means in the first, 3 boxes, we have to have a 2 somewhere here, right? Because we can see it doesn't matter where you put the 2. If you put the 2 in this row, you'll have to put the 2, or this column, sorry. You'll have to put the 2 in this column. And no matter what, we'll always need 1 somewhere down here. Okay, let us think now. What's interesting with that in mind? Well, there's a 6 somewhere here. It's kind of interesting how, there's not a 6 in this because the 2 is somewhere over here. So this, maybe this 8's interesting because we know there's not a 1 in it, and we know there's not a 2 in it. And when you make 8 and you can't repeat 4s, you can have 1, 7, 2, 6, or 3, 5. So this is a 3, 5 pair. Yeah, that's true. Okay, what else is interesting? Well, again, sort of the 9 in this cage, right? Or in this box. The 9 has to be here because it's one of these 4. But again, it can't be here because this would require this to be 9, 3. And we know that the 3 has to be in one of these. In fact, it has to be in one of these 3 positions because this can't be 3, 9. 3, again, can't be in the 7 cage for the same reason that there has to be a 4 somewhere in it. Oh, okay. So that removes the 3 from being here. There's a 3 here. There's a 3 here. We'll get our first digit. Because where do you put a 3 in this cage, or in this box of the Sudoku now? Of course, it's not in this column, sorry. And it's not in this column, so it has to be in this column. But it can't be in a 13 cage. That would require 3 and 10, which is not possible. So we get our first digit. And that is certainly true. Yes, we can say that that is completely true. Somewhere, okay, well, and now you can't have a 3 in a 6 cage that's 2 digits. So there's a 3 somewhere over here. Okay. And there's a 3 somewhere over here. And again, look at that. This is an 8 cage, right? And we have to have a 5 somewhere down here. So this can't be a 3, 5 cage, which means the 3 in this central box has to be in this column. Removes it from the ability to be in this column in the bottom cage. So going up, there's a 3 somewhere over here. Now we know 3s. Okay, so that doesn't say specifically anything yet. But again, we can place these digits. There's a 6 somewhere there. There's a 4 somewhere here. Okay, working our way through the puzzle, what else sticks out to me immediately is interesting? Well, again, if we look at the central box, we can't put the 5 in the 8 cage because the 3's over here. So 5's in this, yeah, somewhere down here. Now, what can I tell you? If the 5 is down here, what do we know about the 5s yet? Well, I don't suspect anything. You know what's interesting, though? If you can't use 3, 9, how many ways can you actually make 12? I think it's just 4, 8, and 5, 7. And it is 4, 8, 5, 7. So these are from the digits 4, 8, 5, and 7. Yeah. Now let's think about what that means for a 13 cage. Oh, okay. Well, there's an even easier way to start that I hadn't appreciated. When you make, I think this is correct, right? So there's a 7 somewhere in this, and these are two 13 cages. So if there's a 7 in a 13 cage that's 2 digits, it has to be paired with a 6. That's the only way you can make sense of it. That's certainly true. 7 plus 6 is 13. If a 7 has to be in one of these, a 6 has to be its counterpart. And so if we look at where 6 can go and where 7 can go, we can see that then this is the 7 and this is the 6. That eliminates this ability to be a 6, and then we get to place another 6 here. There'll be a 6 somewhere in the top. And then there's no longer the ability to put a 7 there. So once the 7's out of there, the 5's out of there. How else do you make 13? Well, you can make it via 9, 4, or 8, 5. And if you use 8, 5, don't you use all the combinations with which this could be 12. 8, 4, or 7, 5 make 12. So this can't be 8, 5, because if this is 8, 5, you cannot put anything here. So this has to be 9, 4. I'm sure that makes sense, but let's just think about it. 9, 4, 5, 8, or 6, 7. It's not 6, 7. If it's 8, 5, what goes here? Nothing. This is a 4, 9 pair. So 4 is now removed from all of those. The counterpart of, what did I, sorry, what? Yeah, sorry, 1 second. Yeah, so that's a 4, 9 pair. Okay, sure. So 4 comes out of here. The counterpart of 4 coming out of a 12 cage means that 8 comes out of it. And this is now a 5, 7 pair. So that gives us, this is an 8 and this is a 4. 4 comes out of here now, and we're going to be able to get a 4. And we're going to be able to get a 4 and a 1 via Sudoku. Excellent. Okay. Well, this puzzle is really moving along now. Okay. What next can I tell you? This 7 cage. Sorry, 1 second. Let me pause this. I do apologize for that. I certainly hate getting those spam phone calls. Okay, sorry, where was I? I've lost my train of thought. We were looking at this 7 cage and thinking about what it could be. And I think it has to now be 1, 6, doesn't it? Because how do you make 7 with 2 digits? 1, 6, 2, 5, and 3, 4. And we have a 5, 7 pair here, which means this can't be 2, 5. And in fact, we have a naked single by way of a 2 in this position. And now that points to this being a 2, 8 pair because there's nowhere else that we could put it. Lovely. Oh, that's lovely how that works. Okay, great. Well, what can I tell you about the remaining 3 digits? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The remaining 3 digits are going to be 6, 7, and 9 as a triple. It's not going to be useful yet, but let's carry through the puzzle and consider our other options. 3, 3. Yeah, lots of places to put a 3 still. Okay. Where's the next interesting box? Well, not terribly interesting yet. I'm just thinking. Just allow me a moment to stare at this. This 6 cage has got to be interesting because it means that there's a, oh, it is interesting. Of course it's interesting. Because the 2 has to be somewhere here. In fact, this is really interesting I just hadn't seen this yet. So the 2 is always here, and there's a 2 always up here. So by the same logic, where do you put a 2 in this box? You put it in precisely one spot. It's right there. What's more interesting about this is the 4 has to be somewhere here. And what's interesting now about that is when we look at Sudoku, there's a 4 in this column, a 4 in this column. You can't put a 4 in an 8 cage because it would require a repeat digit, which is absolutely not allowed. So we have a 4 here, the 4 somewhere down here. That's going to put a 4 somewhere down here. But let's turn our attention to this 6 cage again, because we know it's not 2, 4, and we know it's not, well, it's, what could it be? Sorry, I'm just, it's 1, 5, isn't it? That's the only option. This is a 1, 5 pair. So this is a 1, 5 pair. We have a 5 somewhere in the central box, somewhere here, and that will put a 5 somewhere up here. All right. What now? There's a 4 somewhere over here via Sudoku. Oh, no, sorry. Foolish of me. There's a 4 here via Sudoku. And in fact, this is a 4. That's foolish. I hadn't even seen that yet. Right, because this is a 4, 9 pair. These 3 digits, what are these? There's a 1 somewhere here. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a 5 and an 8. No restrictions. Yeah, no restrictions yet. There's a 4 somewhere up here. Oh, and it's not, because this is a 6, 7, 9. So there's a 4 somewhere in 1 and 2 positions. Should we consider this 10 cage yet? I mean, it's not 4, 6. That's clear. It's also not 1, 9. So, oh, and it's not, oh, so it's 3, 7, isn't it? Let's think about that. It's not 1, 9 because it can't be. It's not 2, 8. It's not 4, 6. So it is 3, 7. Yeah, that's the only option. So this is not a 7 anymore. This is only 6. Oh, and it's not 9 because the 9 has to be somewhere down here, of course. This is a 6. And neither of these are 6s anymore. That's a 7, 9 pair. All right. What can I tell you about 6s now? Not a tremendous amount. I mean, likely I can. I just haven't seen it. You'll forgive me. I haven't solved the puzzle in a number of days. Okay, so what do we have in this 8 cage? Well, could be 1, 7. I believe 1, 7's fine. I believe, well, 2, 6, 2, 6 could be fine. Never mind. I'm gonna come back to that. Let's think about, maybe let's think about the 8 cage. So the 8 cage can't, oh yeah, the 8 cage is more interesting because 1 and 5 are parts of 2 different combinations of digits that sum to 8 by way of 1, 7 and 5, 3, right? So that's what we're supposed to take away here. How do you make an 8? Well, it can't be 1, 7 anymore because the 1 has to be in the 6 cage. It can't be 5, 3, and it can't be double 4. So what options are left? I'm going to claim that it's only 2, 6, right? I mean, it's certainly not 1, 7. It could be 2, 6. It can't be 3, 5, and it's not double 4s. So this is a 2, 6. So now, how do you make 10? Well, we can't use 1, 9. We can't use 2, 8. We can't use, well, we could use 3, 7. Sorry. And then 4, 6. Can't be. Yeah. So this is a 3, 7 pair. So now these digits are just, we have all the low digits spoken for. These are just 8, 9, aren't they? And that'll resolve because of this 8 here. So this is a 9. This is a 7. This is a 9. And this is an 8, which makes this an 8. Tremendous. That was really, really, that was really useful. Certainly. Yeah, that was certainly useful. This is always a 1, 5 pair now, which means these are not 1s. So what's the other digit we're missing? A 7, I think. 2, 4, 6, 7. Yes, certainly a 7 is the digit we're missing. Okay. Oh, very good. ItzVara. This is a fun puzzle. I'm really enjoying it. So, what cage is the next cage we should focus on? I don't know just yet. We have a lot of force. We have a great deal of force, don't we? Surprisingly, not enough to resolve anything. Interesting. Okay, well, what about our 3 pencil marks? No, that's not going to do it. Oh, is it? No, it's not. No, it's not. Sorry. All right. Sorry, I know I've gone quiet. I'm just staring, thinking about what I should turn my attention to next. And I do think this 8 cages may be worthy of another moment of my focus. And I'm just going to pencil mark everything in. Could be 1-7, sure. Can't be 2-6 anymore because there's both a 2 and a 6 here. So 1-7's an option. 2-6 is not an option. 3-5 is an option. No, 3-5's not an option. The 5 has to be somewhere down here. Oh, okay, sure. So sorry. It could be 1-7, cannot be 2-6, and it cannot be 3-5, and it can't be double 4. This is a 1-7 pair. That's all it can be. And that's going to force the 7 to be, because there's a 7 here now and a 7 here. The 7's now forced to be down here. Can't be in a 7 cage, and it can't be here. This is a 7. And we can see that works because we have to have a 7 over here. Lovely. Okay. Well, 1-7 pair eliminates this option. This can't be a 7 anymore. Okay. What about 9s? Well, actually, 9 is somewhat interesting because we know it needs to be somewhere over here. And then 9, therefore, has to be somewhere over here. Interesting enough. This is not a 7. Because of this 3-7 pair, we're lowering our 7s. Certainly we are. Let's consider it. Okay, miss, don't chew the chair. Wouldn't be a Clay Loves Logic video without my dog chewing the computer chair. Like a bad girl. Hey, miss? Yeah, you. Okay. One, two, three, four. Certainly we need a 5 somewhere. And we don't need a 6, don't need a 7. We do need an 8. And we do need a 9. No restriction on either of those digits. And this is a complete box. This is a complete box. Let's finish off this box. 1 is not in the middle, but 1 could still be any of those. A 2. Okay, a 2 is only in 2 positions, isn't it? Just there or there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a 6 now is not here. So a 6 could be anywhere here. 7, 8, and 9 are all spoken for. This is now a complete box as far as pencil marks are concerned. Let us turn our attention to this box. And what can I tell you? 1s are done. 2s are done. I want to say that 3s are done, and they are. 4s are done. 5s are done. 6s are done. 7s now. 7s are not quite done. Now they are. 8s are done, and then 9s. 9s are now done. This box is complete as far as the pencil marks are concerned. All right, this box, 1s are done. Yes, they are. 2s are done. 3s are done. 4s are not. Yeah, 4s are done. 5s, 6s. So it's really just 7s and 8s, hey? And 7s, I want to claim, could be anywhere. Sorry, anywhere but there. And then, oh, well, look at that. Where do you put an 8 in this box? That's silly. That's been available. 8s can only be there. So this is complete. 1, 2, and 4, 7. And then that is going to force an 8 to be somewhere in the, oh, no, sorry, 8 to be somewhere in the middle over here. And in fact, we can now remove 2 from this because this now has to be a 3-8 pair. And that's interesting because, well, I actually won't, I don't know why it's interesting yet, but let's just pencil mark all these digits in. 1s. Well, 1s are in fact done. They can only be here. Oh, okay. Well, look at that. 1s are here, 1s are here. The power of what we've done when we figured out that this is a 1-7 is we've established that this bottom digit has to be the 1, which puts a 6 there. And the 6 gives us a 2 here and a 6 there, which gives us an 8 here and a 2 here, of course. And that really gets the puzzle moving, doesn't it? I'm sure, I am absolutely sure that's going to get the puzzle moving in the right direction. Yeah, I'm just sure that that's going to help tremendously. Well, we have a naked single here, don't we? This is the only spot down here that can be a 1. This can't be a 1. Yeah, this is a 1, which makes this a 5, which makes this a 3, and this a 5. Now we have a naked single by way of a 1 here. That's true. This is a 3 because this is a 4-9 pair. So 3 then removes itself from here. It's only in a couple spots. 2, 7, 4, 9. Okay. 1, 5, 2, 6, 4, 7. Okay. Now we're really moving. I think we can probably start looking at digits more, bigger picture here rather than pencil marking so much. 6 is always over here. 6 is maybe not quite. 1 sec. We should consider maybe the 7s and the 3s. 7 somewhere there, somewhere there, somewhere there. Okay, maybe not. Okay. Well, one thing I can say is this can't be a 7, of course, because there's a 7 here. So this is the only spot with which you can place a 7. This is a 2, 4, 7 triple. There's a 7 here, 7 here, 7 here, 7 here, 7 here, 7 there. All right. Working our way up the grid. Well, it's true that this is a 1, 3, 6 triple because I said all these boxes were complete. And if this is a 1, 3, 6 triple, this can't be a 1. This is a 5 and a 1, which makes this a 9. And now none of these can be a 9. So these are 3, 5, 8 triple. This is a 2, 9 pair. Yeah, that's true. Okay. So that's a 4, 9 pair. And then the 4 somewhere up here. Yeah, okay, sure. So what's next? What is next, I ask you? Well, I don't know just yet. Let me think. I don't just want to sort of haphazardly pencil mark everything, but I'm not opposed. I will do it if I have to make this a video so I can, put out another video. Well, it is forced to one of 3 positions. So in this central box, 8's in one of 3 positions. 8's in one of 2 positions, one of 2 positions. Okay. No, because sorry. Never mind. Foolish moment there. Let us pencil mark this box now. I have pencil marked this box. 1, 4. No, I haven't yet. There's one more digit. In fact, what are the remaining? We need a 5 somewhere in here. But working our way across the 1, 4, 9, 5. And this is only therefore 1 or 5. 1, 4, 9, 5. This is a 3, 5 pair. This is a 3, 5 pair. This is a 7. This is a 3. Is this a 3, 5 pair? Sorry. That might be incorrect. Sorry, I might be getting ahead of myself. I don't think I pencil marked this central box fully. Let's just hold that thought for a second. And I know everyone in the comments will say, you're not corner marking when you should be corner marking. I know. I am tremendously bad at it. I've said before, I started playing Sudokus on my phone, and there was never room to differentiate between them, and I need to get better at that because now that I'm playing on a computer screen, this perpetually bites me in the butt. But let us pencil mark these digits. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. I'm sure. Yeah, so 3's forced up there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 now. What's preventing either of these digits from being a 5? Nothing. These could be 5. In fact, this could be, oh, no, 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 sorry. Nope. 5 is forced in this box. These two are forced. One of these is 5. That is true. Yeah, okay. 6, 7, 8. Now we just need a 9. Now, via Sudoku, I can tell you that 9 can be anywhere here. So this is not a 3-5 pair. That is a good point to note. Okay, let's go back to pencil marking these digits. Boy, I almost made a big mistake. Okay, we have 1 spoken for, 2, 3s, 4s spoken for. 5s now. 5s can be, I think you could put a 5 anywhere here. 5s, okay, sure. 6s and then 7s spoken for. 8s and 9s. And 9s are, what is preventing this digit from being a 9? And I'm going to claim this. Yeah, yes. Yes, because these can only be 9, because this has to be 3, 8, because you can't put an 8 either of these positions. Okay, this box is correct, which makes this box and this box all correct. So it's really just pencil marking these last 2 boxes. So before I get ahead of myself, I'm just going to do that. Yeah, I'm just going to do that because this is starting to get silly. Okay. We need to concern ourselves with the placement of the following digits. 1, somewhere in one of these 2 positions. 2, anywhere. 3, 4 spoken for. 5, exactly 2 positions. 6, I believe, yes, exactly 2 positions. Yes, of course. Because the 6 has to be here, this digit here can't be a 6. Therefore, this is a 6, and we get to place 6. Yeah, okay. Sorry, where was I? So, okay, so we placed 7. We've placed 8, and we placed 9. This box is now complete. So really all the boxes are complete except for this one. Then our logic will be sound, and we can proceed with this puzzle. We need to place the digit 2 somewhere. And again, this 3, 8 is correct. So it's really just these 4 we need to deal with, contend with rather. So 1 is dealt with, 2s, 3s, 4s are all fine. We need to concern ourselves with where we find a house for a 5. A 6 has to just be down here. A 7 is dealt with, and an 8 and a 9 is dealt with. This puzzle is pencil marked. I am confident. This is a 2-5 pair. This is going to get moving fast now. So that a 2-5 pair means that's a 6, that's a 1, and that is a 3, which makes that a 6 and that a 1. Once we've done that, what can I now tell you? Well, 1 comes out of here, 6 comes out of here. What else can I place? 6 comes out of here. This is a 259 triple. All right. 2549. All right. This is a 6, of course. The only spot left to put 1. That unfortunately won't resolve anything yet. However, what can I now say? 2, 4, 7, 9, 2, 4, 7, 9, 4, 9 pair. 2, 4, 7 triple. 3, 5, 8, 9. 3, 5, 8, 9. 4 across that row. 3, 5, 9, 1, 7. 3, 7, 1, 5. Geez. Okay. 2, 9, 2, 5, 8, 3, 7, 3, 8, 2, 5, 9. What shall I focus on? Are there any of these we haven't fulfilled yet? No, not really. All right, so what am I missing here? Um, let's just look at whole digits here. Let's ignore the pencil marks for a moment. Okay, ones, ones are just these two left. Okay, that's well and good. Twos, two, two. Okay, threes. Nope, that doesn't help. All right, moving on to fours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 doesn't help. Fives. I don't really have a lot of fives, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't know much about fives. Do I have all the sixes? I do have all the sixes. Those are done. What about sevens? I don't have a ton of sevens yet, do I? Relatively, I do. I mean, I know a pretty close position of all of them. And then nines. Hmm. I'm actually stuck. I did not expect this puzzle to provide me a point of trickery this late into it. What am I not seeing? Oh, I'm sure this is so foolish. I'm sure it's such an easy little piece of logic. I'm at 32 minutes into this puzzle. It's really actually proving to be a bit of a challenge. Hmm. I'm gonna look down the columns and see if there's any naked singles or any sort of triples. So no, 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 no. And I've looked at the rows. Oh, there's one. In this row here, um, this is a naked single. That's been available for ages, and that's going to solve the puzzle. This is a three because the three's in this seven cage, and the three is then up here as well. This is a three. Yeah, that's going to solve the puzzle because now we can basically solve everything. I'm sure. I'm absolutely sure that's just going to be what we needed to resolve this entire puzzle. 3, 5. This is a 9. So this is a 1. So this is a 5. So this is a 4, and this is a 9, which makes this an 8, and this then a 5. Yeah, wow. That's obviously going to do it. So let's just keep that momentum up and finish this thing. Sorry, I penciled marked a whole bunch of, or got a whole bunch of stuff there. Okay, yeah. So this is a 9 because this is a 2-5 pair now. This can't be 8. That forces this to be an 8. This is a 2-5 pair. This is a 3-7 pair. This is well, this is now a 4 because we've placed the 9. That's not a 4. And so this is a 2-7 pair. This is a 4-9 pair. So this, yeah, 1 second, baby girl. So 2-5-9. Hey, miss. There. The 4 here gives us a 2. So, oh yeah, so then therefore this is a 4, this is a 7, this is a 2, this is a 7, this is a 4, this is a 9. Working our way up the puzzle, I'm sure there's not much more left. None of these are 2. That makes this one a 2. This, or sorry, this a 2, this a 5, this a 2. This a 9, this a 2. Then we get a 5 and a 9. That's going to give us a 5 and a 7, which is going to give us a 3 and a 7, which is going to give us an 8 and a 3, and it's going to solve the puzzle in 36 minutes exactly. 219 people have solved this puzzle in 12 and a half hours. I did like it, even though I may be a little rusty. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and consider giving it a like and a subscribe. Thanks. See you on the next one.